Today, we're here to kick off Operation Wellbeing. It's a three-part series that is planned to support folks in the Salesforce community to work on our minds and our bodies and our spirits. And I want to, again, thank you all for being here and for prioritizing your own personal well-being. No matter what path you've traveled through life, we all face challenges that can't be overcome simply by grit and determination. And we all need help sometimes. And it's brave to recognize that you need support, whether it's managing stress and anxiety, overcoming depression, or finding healthier alternatives to self-medicating. And it can require real courage to seek out tools and resources to support your own growth and development. Today, we're very thankful that Will Schneider joined us. Will is standing in for Dan Nevins, who unfortunately couldn't make it today. And we're very fortunate to have Will with us here. He's been teaching and practicing mindfulness for the last 19 years. And in 2017, Will received public acclaim as one of the most sought after teachers in New York City, which he's credited to his accessible approach to mindfulness and yoga. To spread more of his mindfulness message, in 2020, Will teamed up with retired Navy SEAL Commander John McCaskill, who's going to be on the Wellbeing series next week, and launched Men Talking Mindfulness. MTM's goal is to help people understand the essence of mindfulness and learn how to weave it into our lives. Will, thank you for joining us today. Please take it away.
Thank you, Todd. Hello, everybody. Vetforce. I personally, I just say right off the start, I am not a vet, but my nephew is a Marine. He's stationed in San Diego right now. And I've got to know a lot more about the military and the veteran community through my co-host, John from Men Talking Mindfulness. Sadly, Dan couldn't join us today. He had a medical emergency, but I'm stepping in, and I really suggest and encourage you to check out one of Dan Nevins' class. We've had him on the podcast. He has an incredible story, and then developed into his life of having, being a yoga teacher and being a yoga practitioner without his own legs. So, if you can, I can do yoga with my own two legs, and he can do it without his legs, but with prosthetics. Like, yoga is accessible for everybody, and that's what I'm here to teach you here today. It's just yoga, the practice itself, meet you where you're at. So wherever you are with the pains and the strains and like the constrictions and the lack of strength that you might have in your body, yoga is for you. And what I started doing, like Todd mentioned, I started practicing yoga and mindfulness like many years ago. And I was a competitive athlete growing up all the way through college. I played basketball in college, and then prior to me moving to New York City, I found yoga, and it was like a whole opportunity to discover more of my mind, more of my body, more flexibility, more of my emotional life, all through one single practice. And that's what we're going to work with today. I'm going to be talking a lot about the breath. That's a big part of the practice, is trying to discover your breath. And you might have trouble, taking deeper breaths or manipulate your breath, but that's why this is called a practice, not a performance or not a competition. It's a practice. And the more you show up, the more you begin to develop a relationship to your breath, a relationship to your body, right, and a relationship to your mind and your emotions, then you can start changing things, right? And it's just a practice of awareness. And what I love about yoga is it brings like all three elements in. It brings in our mind, it brings in our emotions, it brings in our body. It's going to act, and all of this really helps to find its way to us by being with our breath. Yoga has helped me tremendously to open my body. It's helped me to strengthen my body in a more enduring way. And it also has helped me to, again, access more of those emotions. So instead of being pulled in and yanked around by my emotional self or by my thinking mind, and that's enacts like an emotional life, how can I just be more present? What can I do, right, by moving my body or finding a breath or sitting and meditating in order to step away, from that process of a stimulus, a thought, an emotion, and an action? How can I slice through, right, that first part of that process, the stimulus and the thought, right, and then begin to make a choice and be responsible with those choices instead of just, acting without thinking, which I like to think of reacting. So we're going to work very simply today. You might be a little sore tomorrow. I do like to, a lot of people think yoga is just flexibility, or also I hear people a lot. I've been selling selling yoga in New York for, over a decade. And I still hear to this day, even though there's a lot of yoga going on in New York, that, I can't do yoga because I can't touch my toes. you know, if you're in that mind of thinking, we're going to let go of that today. And I think you're going to really be surprised about how much of yourself that you can find in this practice, how much of your body and your breathing. And that's what I'm here to help you facilitate today. We're going to start real simple with our breath. We're also, I remember Shelly was saying earlier, she's on the call as well. If you have questions, I'm going to take like a pause, like, you know, depending where we are in this practice today, every like 10 or 15 minutes, just to check in and see if you have any questions. And don't be afraid to ask any questions. I promise you any question that you have will help the rest of the group. But make it applicable to what we're doing, you know, whether it's something about the breath, something about the body, you know, or something that you're feeling. Please bring those questions. And then at the end, we'll also have a longer opportunity to do a little Q&A. So thanks for being here, everybody. And we're going to start simply by sitting up, right? So if you have some pillows, stack them up. We're going to sit, if you can. If you have blocks, great. You know, get yourself some comfortable clothes if you don't already have those on. Yeah, we're just going to start to find our breath and then do some simple movement with the breath. You know, I'm going to lift my hips off the floor about 6, 8 inches or 9 inches, but having a nice supportive seat. And all we're going to do to begin, right, is just to start to find our breath. So if you want to sit cross-legged on the floor, great. If you can sit more, and you can see I got a little profile here, stacking, you know, the shoulders, the hips, and the heels in one line. And all we're going to do is start to find our breath by making contact with our body, bringing your right hand on your belly, bringing your left hand across your chest, right? Everybody exhale the breath out through the mouth and close your eyes. Good. And take a big giant inhale. Try to fill the breath into your right palm and then to the middle of your chest and the top of the chest. Big balloon breath. And exhale out your mouth. Good. And this is where it begins. Big inhale. Fill up that big balloon. If you have trouble dropping that breath down deep, that's okay. That's where you begin. Exhale the breath out. Okay, let's do 5 more like that. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go out the mouth. Good. A few more in through the nose. Bigger, bigger breath. Even lift up actively the top of the chest to invite the breath in underneath, like your clavicles and top of the chest. Exhale the breath out. Good. A couple more. In breath. Bigger, bigger breath. Good, good, good. Exhale out the mouth. One more. Inhale. Good. Exhale out the mouth. And let's keep going. We're going to take 5 breaths in and out through the nose, right? Only in and out through the nose, inhaling and exhaling, right? So let's exhale out together through the nose, and we'll begin to shape this breath, right, as I count the breath. So empty, empty the breath all the way out. Hit empty and really feel that emptiness. And let's slowly take an inhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale out the nose smoothly and calmly for 4, 3, 2, 1. In, big balloon breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Do it again. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Couple more. Inhale. 4. Drop that breath in deep. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. One more. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Exhale out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Interlace fingers behind your head. Everybody, yeah? We're going to just kind of manipulate the spine here, opening up the chest and the back of the chest. Inhale, lift the hips up, lift the elbows up, lift the chin, take that inhale. Open, open, and exhale. We're going to round through the spine, tuck the chin into the chest, and try to clip the elbows, and inhale, open again. Big open chest, lift the chin, see the ceiling. Exhaling, pull it in, tap the elbows. Again, open up. That's it. Good. Exhale down and in. Okay, 3 more of these. Inhale up. That's it. Exhale down. more. Open, open, open. Good. Exhale down and in. One more time. Inhale, open up. That's it. Exhale, take it back and out. Very nice. Good. Let's make some more contacts. Everybody take those blocks or those blankets away. We're going to climb on all fours. Right, so this is called the tabletop position. Right, so my hands are going to be underneath my shoulders. My knees are going to be underneath my hips. Right, if you want to open up one of your forearms, try to flip the wrist forward as much as you can, parallel to the front of the mat. Curl your toes, open up your fascia of your feet. Right, and then slowly inhale, we're going to come forward, lift the chin, lift the tailbone up, drop the belly, open, open, open. And exhale, press through the hands into the feet, round to the spine. Exhale the breath out completely and tuck the chin. Feel the back of the heart between the shoulder blades. Inhale forward and exhale back. This is all we're going to do. It's called cat and cow. This is our cow. Spine the arch back, or the good extended spine. Exhaling now, arching the back into our cat. And keep going forward and back. That's it. Work off that grounding. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit just to generate some more heat in the body. Right, but also generating heat in the body by really grounding down deeply. Anything that's grounded, try to find the center. That means your hands, your feet. Find the toe tips, find the knuckles, fingertips, and go a little faster. Moving with the breath as best we can. It took me a long time to practice to really find that synchronicity or the between the inhale and the exhale and the movement. So doing the best we can. Let's switch and left arm forward, right arm fingertips forward. Right, and we're going to keep going. 5 more. Rolling to the spine. Grounding through. And just take notice without judgment, like maybe how tight your body is, maybe your hip is tight. Take 2 more. That's it. 1 more breath. Good, guys. Very nice. We're going to keep moving very simple. We're going to stay on the ground. Bring your hands forward. That's it. We're going to stay in this tabletop. Let's just take our right leg over to the right. Yeah? So my right heel and my left knee are in the same line. My hands underneath my shoulders. And I'm just going to slowly begin to shift back and forth. Right? Grounding the hands deeply. Grounding that right foot deeply. And just shifting back and forth by bending that right knee. And go back and forth. Let's do 4 more. So can you go a little bit, shift further to the right? Oh, good. 3. Good. 2. Awesome. And then start to make big circles, right? So circling, right? The hips over top of that knee and the shoulders over top of those hands. Give yourself a couple more. Just being aware of our breath, right? Making good contact with the hands and the feet. Go the other direction for 5. That's it. Good. 4. And as you ground those hands, can you find that nice little lift out of your shoulders? 2. 1. Very nice. Good. Let's slowly. You might need a little padding underneath that left knee. We're going to stand up, right? So I have my shoulder and my left hip in the same line. My right leg stays out. Let's call a little gate pose here. Right palm up on that right thigh, left hand behind the head. Open up this left hip as you ground down the top of that left foot, and then slowly begin to tilt over from the left side, right, over to the right. Give yourself a couple breaths. Inhale. Open, open, open. Yeah, good. So get that lateral extension of the spine here. 2 more breaths. Arcing up and over to the right with that nice long spine. 1 more breath. There you go, guys. Very nice. Beautiful. Take it back through center. Yes, and let's step that right foot through to the front of the mat and walk that left knee back behind you. Yeah, we're going to start opening up our hips here a little bit. I like to curl my back left toes under. Let's start with nice interlaced fingers on that right thigh. And begin to slowly shift hips forward to the front, right towards the screen or towards the front of your mat. And then slowly take the hands, if you like, interlace behind your head if you have your balance, and go further. And lift those elbows up. Good. Keep the hips dropping down and shifting forward, and give yourself a couple more breaths. Inhale. So we get this nice opening in our left thigh. Keep going up. I'm just going to throw some nice music on for us. That's it. Great. We'll do one more breath. Go all the way up. Good stuff, guys. Beautiful. Awesome. Well, let's go. Bring both hands down. All right, we're going to step back into our down dog. So we're going to make a nice upside down V shape, a little triangle. Right, by grounding the hands into the floor. Hands are shoulder distance apart. Feet are hips distance. Lift the hips up nice and high. Press yourself back. So bringing your torso to your thighs. But also as you push back, just try to bring your chest forward slightly. So we're getting a nice length from the bottom to the top of the spine. Push back. Give yourself a couple more breaths. Ground those hands. Lift hips up nice and high. Right? Take 2 more breaths in through the nose. I'm just looking at blank screens. I'm just, wondering how we're all doing out there. Right? Take 1 more breath. We're staying in down dog. Good, guys. And we'll keep going. Let's walk our hands back towards our feet. And let's take those feet nice and wide as the mat. Right. So as wide as the hips, even wider, and then palm the elbows. We're just going to sway side to side here. Let your back open. That's it. Good. Back and forth. Easy, easy. Sway, sway. Shake the head a little yes and no. Palm the elbows. Good. And just drop down. And stay heavy. There's times in our practice where we're active, which we'll get a little more active a little later, and there's times where we're passive. Right, and that's one thing I really enjoy about the exploration of the yoga practice is the opposition that's inherent within. Inhale, exhale, opposites. Right, energy versus passivity. Right, opposites. Left and right, opposites. Fronts and backs, opposite. Good. Take 1 more breath as we just get heavy, heavy, heavy. Good, 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 good. Nice work. And let's slowly walk our feet together. We're going to bring our feet 6 inches apart. You can always measure that hips distance by bringing your fists down to the floor. Bend your knees a lot here. And bring those fists knuckle width between those feet. And feet are parallel. Good. And then slowly bend your knees. Exhale the breath out. And rise up to the sky all the way up. Take a little back bend. So stand up. Nice and tall. Pop hips forward. Lift the chin. Lift the chest. See the sky. Take a back bend. And exhale. Fold down. Bend the knees a little bit. That's it. Good. And find your feet. Inhale, rise again. Go all the way up. Big inhale through the nose. Back bend it. Back bend it. Exhale, fold it down. Yeah. Good. And 1 more time. Inhale, take it all the way up to the sky. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Good. Now we're just going to bring more a little heat and energy into the body, a little more excitement. Right? So bring the feet nice and wide. Okay? Bend those knees. We're going to start to shake. Right? Opening up, right, and exciting some of this energy in the pelvis. Shake the wrists, stay soft in the shoulders and the jaw. That's it. Take a few more breaths. Inhale. That's it. Good. Bounce, 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 bounce. If you want to go further, maybe jump off the floor a little bit. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Yeah, this is a great way to shake some energy and some stress energy out of your body, right? By jumping up and down. 2 more breaths. That's it. Or if you want to just stay in this nice little bouncing in the pelvis, then that's where we stay. Yes, yes, yes. Take 1 more breath. Inhale. There we go, guys. Now everybody, keep the thighs, feet a little wide. Bend the knees a little bit so you can see them kind of in a nice little ready stance here. Palm the elbows above you. Good. And we're going to slowly tick-tock side to side. Keep the hips low. So we're not in a squat, but I'm just bending the knees a little bit so I can find the rest of my spine. Elbows are palmed, right? So look at the way I palm my elbows. I can 1 elbow, opposite elbow, and then bring those elbows above. Okay? We're just going to go back and forth a few more times. Arcing up and over, right through the practice, finding more of the body. We're trying to twist. We're trying to work the spine in 6 different ways. Folding and unfolding, right? We're twisting or laterally moving left and right, which we're doing now. We're also going to twist the spine left and right. Good. Give yourself 1 more back and forth. And take it through center. Take a little back bend. Lift your chest up. And then fold yourself down. Nice work. Let's crawl yourself back into a nice little downward facing dog. Press those hands into the floor. That's it. Extend. those legs as much as you can. Extend the chest out. Pull the belly in. As you lift the hips up really high, we'll take one more inhale through the nose. Exhaling out softly. Good, let's go. Let's take it back to a little tabletop. So again, squaring, right? Our hands underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. But let's work a little differently. Interlace your fingers all the way to the webbing and bring them all the way down to the floor. Curl the toes under. We're going to come back into those cow spine. Lift the chin, lift the tailbone up, and then exhaling, press into the earth and around to the back here and go for it. Inhale up. That's it. Exhale. Good. More. That's it. As you press into that and round to that cat spine and really drive the hands down, you can feel that opening between the shoulder blades, the back of the heart. Let's do 3 more. Inhale forward. Exhale, take it back. Again, work from that grounding. So it's strength and flexibility. Use the strength to find the stretch. 1 more. Great. Here we go. We're going to keep going, everybody. So we're going to take that left leg over to the left. Ground the hands underneath you. We're going to shift back and forth 5 times. The more you ground that left foot, the more you're going to open up that left thigh. Let's do 2 more. That's it. Good. Plant those hands down firmly. And then slowly begin to make circles. And I'll keep talking about the grounding of things, because if I can really ground all of my knuckles down, it's going to help open up and access my shoulders, and not just strengthen more of the shoulders, but also open them up. Let's go the other way. So the body is so intrinsically designed and connected that the more we make that good contact, we create a good conversation, then we're going to get good information for our practice. That's it. 1 more rotation here. There we go. Here we go. Press away from the floor. We're going to come up. So again, you might want to pad this right knee. Good. Shoulders are stacked. Left leg over. Don't be afraid to adjust that left foot. Left forearm reaches down that left thigh, and then slowly begin to open up through the side body here. And go up. And go over. Arcing and finding again that lateral side of our body. Right, as we extend down with the right knee and up with the right elbow. 2 more breaths. Up, 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 up. Open up that right hip. Oh, yeah, that right hip flexor. Good, good, good. Good. Take 1 more. Up and over. Nice, y'all. This is our gate pose. And then slowly bring it back through center. Doing the best you can. Reposition yourself to step that left foot through. But notice I have a nice little angle on this back. Right thigh. Right? And interlace the fingers on that thigh. Look at I have my toes curled under and shift hips forward. Send the heart all the way up. And you can begin as the hips come forward, and as you drop the hips down, you're going to find that opening in that right thigh. If you have the balance between your feet here, then maybe go further. Take the hands behind your head, open up the shoulders by interlacing the fingers behind the head, and pull the elbows up. And keep going. Hips forward, heart up, see the ceiling. Give yourself a couple more breaths. Inhale. There we go. Power down with that stance. Open up those hips. Good. Take 1 more breath. Inhale, inhale. Good stuff, guys. Here we go. Very nice. Beautiful. Hands down. Good. The step back into downward facing dog once again is upside down V shape or triangle. Plant those hands, plant those feet. And as you try to lengthen the back of your legs, you'll open up the back. But as you try to lengthen the inner elbows, as you ground down, you'll find more of the shoulders opening. Take 1 breath. Good, we're going to keep going, everybody. Let's go. Right leg to sky. Inhale, so 3-legged dog. Good. Exhale, bring your knee into your nose. Nice and easy. Press away from the floor. All right, take it back up. Inhale. We're just going to do 2 more of these. All right, knee to nose. And if this is really challenging for you, right, then maybe just hang that right leg up into that 3-legged dog for 1 more moment as everybody else shifts knee to nose. And let's go. See that right hand and step that right foot through between your hands. So we've got a nice little low lunge. Chest out. Good. Left hand down underneath my shoulder. We're a nice lunge here. Good, so this right thigh is low, the back left leg is long, and the right arm goes up. And we breathe. We extend. That's it. We're working for this twist. So this is the other way that we open up the spine, is taking this twist. That's it. Good. A couple more breaths. Keep going. Open, open, up. I'm just going to find some different music for us. That's it. Good. Got one more breath. Oh, excellent, everybody. Let's go. Both hands down. Let's drop that left heel on the floor. Okay? Have some distance between your heels, between the right and left side of the mat. And then slowly lower down that lunge and rise all the way up. We got warrior one. Ooh, yes. Good. You can reach the arms up, cooking those thumbs, or if you want to palm those elbows again, drop into this lunge. So we got a lot of strength here in this right thigh as we bend that knee. But also we get that opening in that left hip as you extend with that back leg, hips down, heart up. Give yourself a couple more breaths. Inhale. That's it. Two more. Nice, everybody. Drop in, drop in. One more. This is our warrior one. Very nice. Let's go. Both hands down. Let's step forward front to the mat. Okay. Good. Feet are going to be 6 inches apart again. You can always measure that 6 inches with knuckle width between the feet. And then slowly rise up again. Stand all the way up. Take a little back bend. Inhaling. Exhaling. Fold. Maybe bend the knees a little bit. Chest extends out as we fold down. We got 2 more times. Inhale. Rise up. Go, go, go. Inhale. Inhale. That's it. Good. Exhale. Fold. Last one. Inhale. Rise up. Very nice. And then stand up nice and tall. That's it. Little Tadasana. Our standing posture. As we stand here, if anyone, I'm just going to take a moment. If anyone has any questions, by all means, please drop me in or open up a mic. I'm just going to kind of check here. Yeah, okay, good. So let me know, guys, if any questions, and I'll check in those for a moment. Let's stand up in our Tadasana with those feet together. Let's just take one more breath to calm it down. Inhale, inhale. Good. Exhaling softly through the nose. Hands to a prayer. Inhale, rise up. Take that little back bend. Open the heart. Open the hips. Exhale, fold yourself down easy. Very nice. We're going to step back. Little plank pose. If you need to, bring the knees down. We're going to fire up here. Stay strong. Long legs. Good. Belly in. Press. Take one more breath. Good, guys. Here we go. We're going to lower all the way down to the floor. Very nice. Oh, down, down, down. Drop the ankles down. Stay with me. Walk the hands behind your shoulders. A little bit. Elbows tight. Ground those palms firmly. Exhale the breath. We're kind of nice and loose and flaccid in our pelvis and our legs. And inhale. Press those hands down. Keep the heart extending forward. And lengthen the arms as much as you can. And lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, bring it down. And do it again. Inhale, rise up. Good. Exhale, take it down. 3 more. Inhale. This is a nice front side opener. We do so much hunching and sitting over our technology. That is great. The practice is such a great opportunity. Good. Rise up again. That's it. Open up the body and kind of release from these office postures. 2 more times. Rise up. Good. Exhale down. I think that's one of the reasons yoga is becoming continually more popular, because good. Let's take the hands a little wider. Off the mat, underneath your elbows, and rise up again. With those hands wide, let's slowly begin to turn through the spine here. Get this little twist. That's it. Long arms, shifting left and right. 2 more. There we go. Good. Last one. Good. I hope everyone's doing all right and following along. Good. When you're ready, push yourself back. We're going to take a little child's pose. So ideally, we're trying to drop, keep the knees wider than the shoulders, hips to heels. Okay, now if you have trouble dropping hips down to the heels, you can always get a pillow or a block underneath your ankles behind you. We're going to slowly take this fold, so we're going to come down and out. Dropping the elbows down, forearms down, forehead down. We're going to rest here in what's called child's pose. Very first nature of this pose. Good. Awesome. Just checking for questions. Good. Exhale the breath out, everybody. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Take a nice big giant inhale. Exhale, just relax deeper into this pose on the exhale, softening the mind, softening the body as you just flow and just become more aware of that exhalation. Good. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Soften, soften, out, out, out. We got 1 more big breath in. Great, everybody. Let's go. Beautiful. Let's slowly remove that block. Hands forward, feet back. Starting to plank, right? Lift, press. Take a big inhale. When you're ready, let's lift hips back into downward facing dog. Exhale the breath out. Lengthen arms, lengthen legs. Drop the ears in line with the elbows. Next, inhale, left leg to sky. Take it all the way up. Good. Exhale, knee to nose. Strong back leg, strong arms, press away. Try to tap the nose with the knee. Take it back up. Knee to nose again. 1 more time. Up. That's it. Knee to nose. See that left hand. Now step that left foot to left hand. So maybe your left foot stops short. Bring that left foot all the way up underneath the shoulders here. Lengthen your spine. As you extend that back leg, right hand down, left arm up. Take a twist. Then breathe. And go. Inhale. Stay low in your hips. Stay long in that back leg. Bringing your chest out. Good. And really drive that left hand down. Give yourself a couple more breaths. Inhale. Good. Open. See, every twist has a back bend. So can you bring your chin off your chest. That's it. And open that top of that sternum right in this twist. Take 1 more beautiful breath in. Good, guys. And let's go. Both hands down. Now dial that back right heel onto the floor behind you. Drop into this lunge nice and tight. Exhale your breath out through your nose. Inhale, rise up, warrior 1. There we go. Drop it. Stay low, right hip forward, left hip back. Maybe palm the elbows against warrior 1. So imagine kind of like your headlights on your hips. We're trying to square those headlights forward, right? By deeply grounding through that back right leg and getting even more specific. We're getting an internal rotation of that right thigh. That's it. 2 more breaths. Arms up. There we go. Oh, so nice this opening in this right thigh, but also this nice strength that I experience in this left thigh. Take 1 more breath. There we go, everybody. Very nice. Beautiful. And let's go. Both hands down. Very nice. And step forward front to the mat. Right foot to the left. Feet 6 inches apart again. Right. Again, you can measure with those fists, but bend the knees if you need. It's not about getting straight legs right away. Right? You can bend your knees. I know you can touch the floor, bend your knees. Okay? Everyone, let's do the best we can. Staying nice in this fold. Notice I'm making contact between my torso and my thigh, my armpits and my knees. And if you can, 2 options here. Either pick up your feet and slide your hands underneath your feet so your toes are going to touch your wrists. Right? Or use your peace fingers, index and middle finger, and grab your big toe all the way to that last digit. Half lift. And then pull yourself down. And lengthen the hips up nice and high. That's it. Keep going. Pull and lift. Pull down with that strength of your body. Lift hips up nice and high. Good. Give yourself a few more breaths here. So again, in order to find more of that stretch, work for the strength. Right? The strength of pulling yourself in with that upper body. Right? Also, as we stay in this fold, we're still here. Right? Ground down those feet and lift up the hips. 2 more breaths. That's it. Good, good, good. We'll do 1 more inhale. Beautiful. And when you're ready, release the feet and let's rise all the way up to the sky. Take it all the way up. Beautiful. Stand up nice and tall. Right, coming back to Tadasana, feet together, knees together. Let's bring our hands this time over our low belly. Right, so we can really feel that deepening quality of breath that we're trying to establish as we practice. Exhale out. Good. Big inhale, fill the belly, and exhale out the mouth. Good. Again, big giant breath in. Good. Exhale it out. Good. One more. Inhale. Get ready, everybody. We're going to balance. Exhale out. So you might need a wall, and I really suggest, regardless of where you are, what age you are, right, continually try to find a little bit of balance on one foot every single day, or at least several times a week. It's a great way, to develop self-confidence, also the strength and the mindset that's involved, the balance. So balancing is a great asset and also helps you become very present. So if you need a wall, get next to a wall, okay? If you can, to begin, keep the right foot down. Let's bring our left knee into our chest. But interlace the fingers right over top of that left knee, or in front of that knee. Find that right leg, right? And notice, instead of just kind of dumping down into that hip, kind of press and lengthen that leg. Let's go a little tree pose, right? So ideally, eventually, if you need it, we're going to take the heel high above the knee and into the opposite thigh, right? This is one. Okay, I'm falling a little bit. See, I fall too. Or maybe bring the heel be below the knee. Okay, but not on the knee. Or maybe make a little kickstand here. Okay, so just bringing your toes down and really getting like 90% of the balancing and demand in the standing posture in this right thigh. Okay, or you can bring that leg all the way up and then maybe use the wall. Okay, good. So ground yourself down. Let's bring our hands into center, making a fist with your left hand and opening up the right palm and pushing those hands to center. Yes? And then begin to find that roots, right? A tree has roots, so root down energetically through the right foot. And as you root down, begin to open up this right hip and then bring the arms up to the sky. Maybe interlace the fingers, press the palms all the way up. So we grow our branches and then stay. Yes, we have a smooth breath is going to help us balance, right? Being very intentional of how we're grounding down, but also the eyes, like gaze out in front of you and a soft gaze, and pick one spot that's not moving and keep rooting down and lengthening up. Give yourself a couple more breaths. Inhale. That's it. Good, good, good. One more. Nice work, everybody. Good. Let's go. We're going to be both feet down, right? Good. Let's shake it up a little bit. So bring those feet wide. And let's begin to shake through the hips here. Take a big breath in. Good. Exhale out the mouth. Maybe shake the head a little yes and no. Shake through the shoulders. 2 more breaths. Inhale if you want to jump up. Then jump up and down. 2 more breaths. Shake it out, everybody. Shake it out. It's an intentional practice, but not like such a serious practice that we can't have a little bit of fun, a little levity. 1 more breath. That's it. And you're ready. Bring those feet together, knees together, hands over the belly. We're just going to take 1 breath here just to ground ourselves into this standing posture called Tadasana. Take a big breath in and let it go. And then guess what? We make our tree on the other side. Left foot stays. Let's start that interlace fingers around that right knee and then start to establish a balance here. Lifting up out of left hip. And when you're ready, you grab that foot, place it high or low, below the knee, right? Or maybe that kickstand, or don't be afraid to use the wall, right? Don't be afraid to have little training wheels, right? This time, be humbled by your practice and where your practice is. But the more you show up, right, just like if you're going to play the piano, you're going to run a marathon, you're going to be better at anything, you must put in the reps, you must put in the time. And then slowly rise all the way up. And this is wonderful. I invite everybody, if you maybe do a little tree pose party at the office, well, if you're in the office, or just call a buddy and like, hey, do a tree pose with me. Because it's a great way, right, to ground into the here and now. Good. Rise up. Find that gaze out in front of you. Give yourself a few more smooth breaths in here as best as you can. And press. Good. 2. You really want to challenge yourself? Oh, I'm going to fall. Right? Maybe Close your eyes for one more breath. Inhale, inhale. Good, 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 good. Nice. And let's bring, when you're ready, both feet down to the floor. Reach up to the sky. Take that back bend again. And exhale, fold yourself down. Nice work. Yeah. Good. Step that left foot back. Take that left foot up to the sky. So three-legged dog again. Take it up. Let's go. So we're going to do a half pigeon, which can be really intense. We're going to have a pillow next to you. Then we're going to slowly. So let's start in a plank. Okay. This is how we're going to set it up. Plank, plank, plank. Look at that left hand. And let's bring that left knee behind the left wrist. Right behind. Okay. Now if you need to, you can get a bolster, or you have a pillow or a block. Bring it underneath that left thigh. Maybe that right thigh if you have a bolster. Okay. Trying to bring my left shin forward as much as I can, but also trying to keep this right hip down is super important. So find that relationship between keeping my right hip down and bringing my left shin forward. And this might be super intense. If you guys are runners or bikers or hikers out there that have not stretched at all, you're going to really feel this pose already before you even fold down. But this pose is a huge asset to opening up our pelvic girdle, which help open up our shoulders and our chest. Take a little back bend if you like. So maybe walk the hands behind you. Open up, open up. And when you're ready, fold yourself down. Bring your forearms down to the floor. Maybe you stay here. That's it. Try to sink nice and low in this pose. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Take a big inhale. Good. Exhale, let it go out. 4 more. Inhale. This is an opportunity in one of this a very challenging pose, right? This is where we begin. Like this pose really helped me, or teach me my mental game. It taught me more mental resilience and grit, because as this pose intensifies, right? Do I need to react? Do I need to complain in my mind? Do I need to start, just pulling myself out of my intention? Right, and the intention is just right now to breathe and soften the body and let everything drop down. We'll do one more inhale. Good, guys. Very, 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 very nice. Let's keep going. You ready? Sit up. Just bring that right leg through to the front of your mat. Good. We're going to slowly bring yourself center the mat. Grab on your hamstrings and slowly begin to rock back if you can. And try to tap the feet back behind you. And then come forward and go back again. That's it. Yeah, just massaging the spine there a little bit. 2 more. That's it. All the way back as far as you can. Awesome. 1 more. Okay, let's rest on your back. We're going to do happy baby. Elbows inside the knees. Hands. So bend as much as you need to grab the outside of your feet, pinky toe side of your feet, and then kick up. Oh, that's it. Kick the legs, right, at least in line with the heels. Maybe lengthen the legs more. You can rock a little side to side. Let's take a big giant breath in. You're going to feel your back opening, inner thighs. Inhale, breath. Exhale out your mouth really big. Ah. Couple more. Big breath in. Fill the belly. Exhale out. Ah. 1 more big breath in. That's it. Good, good, good. Let it go. Out, 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 out. Very nice. And then slowly when you're ready, rock yourself up. Woo. Hope we're doing it good out there. And here we go. We're going to do the other side on that half pigeon. Okay. So I'm already getting my bolster set. You can bring your hands down shoulder distance and just kind of align that right knee in line with that right palm, which is in line with my right shoulder. Even this back left knee. Good. You can center that back knee up. This is really hard. I didn't mention the other side, but you can actually bring this left foot out to the left, this left thigh. And we can sit up here and then fold down. This might be intense enough. So fold yourself down. That's it. Good. And let that right thigh open. Again, this is, I promise you, The more flexibility that you bring into your life, you know, if you're an athlete or a weekend warrior, like working to do a triathlon, I know the New York Marathon has happened this weekend, you know, or any kind of physically enduring pursuit, flexibility is going to help enhance all of your goals tremendously, especially opening up these hips. This is where the power comes from our hips and from our core. Take a couple more breaths as we fold here. So even just after, say you're a CrossFitter, like just taking 10, 15 minutes after you practice to do poses like this to open up your hips, and others to open up your shoulders, which I'll show those in a second. We'll do one more breath here. Good, guys. So nice. We're gonna sit up. Good. Let's get rid of that block or that bolster if you needed it. Push it off to the side. And then rest ourselves down on our back. We're in a little bridge pose or wheel. So resting down, setting the alignment here, right? Bringing your hands by your hips, and your fingertips are going to touch your heels. Yes. Okay, good. And then slowly ground the hands, lift up the hips, off by ground the heels, open the hip flexors, and then come down. We're going to do a few more of these. Right? Inhale, strengthen our hamstrings. Go up, open those, pop those hips as you ground down. Walk the shoulders closer to your heels, and then come down. Good, go up again. Lift, lift, lift. Good, exhale down. Now we're gonna lift up and stay here. We're gonna interlace our fingers to the webbing and walk those interlaced fingers. Even squeeze the palms tight. Walk those interlaced palms and fingers towards your heels and lift the hips up. Oh, if you wanna go into a wheel, set the hands by your shoulders and press all the way up. And stay for 3 breaths. 3, go up, go up, go up. Good. For 2, lift, lift, lift. Ground the heels, lift the hips. Oh, good. We open up these hip creases that we close so much. Take one more by sitting all day. Oh, and then come down. Very nice. Bring the feet wider than your shoulders. And we're going to slowly just windshield wiper the knees side to side. Opening up our psoas muscles. Right, relaxing the low back. A couple more windshield wipers here. Find an inhale. Find an exhale. Oh yeah. One more inhale. Good, and exhale. Great stuff, guys. One more time. Hands to hips, fingertips to heels. Lift up into that bridge. But if you have blocks handy, you can stack those blocks and bring them and ground them underneath. Right, I'm going to bring the blocks nice and high together and bring them underneath my hips. Now, if they're foam blocks, they might be a little more challenging. If you can just ground the heels and lift up the hips, or we go into a wheel, go up. Yeah, we're going to stay for 3 breaths. That's it. 2. Go up, go up, go up. Very nice. One more. Good, and slowly bring it down. Nice stuff. Oh, good. Feet wider than the shoulders again. Knees centered and sway. Windshield wiper side to side. 3. How's that breath? Exhaling and inhaling smoothly. Take one more. Great, guys. Yeah. Knees to chest. Hug them in. Oh, good. And we'll take our final resting pose. Lengthen the legs out. All the way extended. Feet are only a few inches apart here. If you want to bring a pillow underneath your thighs, not your butt, your thighs. Thighs and butt are different. Palms are up. Release yourself down. And we're just going to take a few moments here finding our breath. And this will just be a lying down meditation. Exhale your breath, guys. Empty. Get empty. If you want to, right hand on belly, left hand on chest like we started. Let's take a big inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, big breath. 5, 4. Think of a balloon. 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale through the nose for 5. Exhaling easy out through the nose, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Couple more. In 5. And then just feel. Right, on those exhales, see if you can deepen and soften the body deeper down into the earth. Yes. Good, we'll do one more big giant breath in. Exhaling, relaxing it out, nice and easy. Just stay here. And let go of the need to be anywhere else or to do anything else. Good, good, good. Stay in and out. Eyes are closed. Maybe wiggle your jaw a little side to side. I'm just going to kind of adjust the audio visual here for a second. I'm just going to get guys a little closer. Where'd y'all go? Find it. And this is called Savasana, corpse pose. So it gives us an opportunity to just rest in peace. That's it, just resting in peace here. Good. And notice the mind here, how it wants to. It's taking you into your next meeting or whatever's kind of next, or pulling you into the past. It's time traveling, and it's nice to be aware that you're time traveling, because the only time it ever is here and now. That's why it's nice to get in touch with your body, because your body is present here and now. You can't take your body into the future, can't take it into the past, only here and now. Breath here and now, body here and now, sound here and now. So we can use all these tools, these gifts of the present moment, in order to be more present. Okay, we'll finish with one big breath. Exhale out completely. Big, 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 beautiful breath in. And exhale out your mouth. When you're ready, guys, you can slowly sit yourself up. Good. You can sit up nice and tall. I'm sitting in this called easy pose. It might not be so easy, to cross your legs. But if you want to sit how we started, great. And just take a moment, close your eyes, keep that spine nice and long, and just simply notice how you're feeling. Notice if you feel any different mentally and emotionally before you started. And just notice the difference. I'm not judging, just notice it. And this is what this practice is for, to help to give you a nice little reset, give you a nice little refresh, kind of shake out some of that stress and anxious energy, and begin to change our blood chemistry into this more peaceful state of being, and the kind of this readiness, this grit. It helps us develop resilience as well. So if you have any questions, guys, open up a mic or type them in. I'm just going to we have a few minutes before we close. Like we said earlier, John's down here. I think he's driving somewhere over there, John. So John and I host, this is our symbol, our crest, our icon for Men Talking Mindfulness. And it's not just for men, it's for everybody. And we're using this platform in order to educate people how to bring mindfulness into their lives and enhance their lives, the quality of their life, through simple mindfulness practices. Because we talk about, we did a whole a conversation about cold plunging and cold immersion and how that helps. We did something with Dr. T, who's also part of the Movement RX program, who you'll meet. We did something about physical fitness. We talked about the beginner's mindset. So it's just a platform for anybody that is looking at mindfulness and kind of unwrap what all these concepts of mindfulness are. That's what John and I are here to do with Men Talking Mindfulness. We're on every platform. We also shoot live here on LinkedIn and my Facebook and YouTube as well. We hold live at 12:30 Fridays, Men Talking Mindfulness. So yeah, please join, and give us your comments. Send some questions. We're always looking for to help anybody out there to discover mindfulness, or there's a particular topic Go for it. So Libby, you have a question? I saw you pop up here. Anybody question about the practice? Can you mute? Oh, I can. I think I could take you off mute. Can I do that? Let me see. Hide notification. Oh, hi, Libby. What's going on? Talk to me.
So I just had a question since you said you're located in New York. I'm right across the Hudson in Hoboken.
Great.
I have, tried getting into yoga and meditation, and I just sometimes find it's difficult here when there's a lot of surrounding noise, a lot of chaos happening. So just wanted to know like your advice or any best practices you have for just really focusing in on that when you are in like an environment like this.
You mean like in an environment just like that's like busy and rushed and noisy and stuff?
Yeah, just pretty noisy. I feel like when I get into it, then it just something like comes up or like I hear a car horn or
Yeah, or a ding like that, right?
yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, like, instead of trying to, I mean, what we're trying to create with the practice is a sense of harmony with everything around us, right? So instead of trying to push out all those things, right, or try to pull like, oh, I want to be happy, like pull happiness or joy towards you, right? By bringing but just knowing that as we practice, everything is part of the practice, right? So if somebody rings the doorbell or like I'll have literally during the show, I'll have people like ring my, ring my buzzard on my door, instead of me getting agitated or get frustrated and kind of pull me out of those Zen moments, I use it as a tool to be like, you know what, that's just sound. So instead of having this emotional response that someone's like kind of wrecking your Zen den, I use it as a tool to develop more resilience, to develop more grit, and to develop more peace and harmony with everything around me. And that's going to also help me understand and develop more peace and harmony in myself. And the best ways to get into that and develop more of that harmony with the world is through the practice of meditation and is through breathing. And you can even just do a simple breath meditation practice. Because I know, I mean, I've been in the city, like I practice, I meditate and I practice every day. Yoga, and it's like and I just I mean, do I have to like think about it, do I need to let like a horn beeping wreck what I'm trying to do here? Instead, I bring it in and kind of weave it into the practice itself and realize, you know what, that's just sound, and not even label as a distraction, because that's also putting it into the context of like, oh, it's messing me up. Instead of like, that's just sound, I can come back here. So I really begin to develop a nice relationship to myself emotionally and mentally as I kind of work on that acceptance.
Thank you so much. That's great advice.
Yeah, and just be with it. And and maybe honestly, Libby, and everybody out listening out there, if that's one of your if that's one of your like things that really bothers you, then go sit on a park bench and sit and meditate for 3 minutes with your breath. And just instead of, again, pushing away or trying to pull, what you want towards you and pushing away what you don't want, just be in the middle and be in the harmony of it all. Because it's the only place it ever is. We're only in the middle. We're only in the here and now. And if we can't accept what's happening now, we're going to have a very difficult time accepting ourselves and what we're doing with ourselves. So, hope that's helpful. Anybody else? Anybody? Everyone's mic's open. I know we're at 102, but we're here for you. Or you can always send me a message or email or something like that. But I think John's going to be an opportunity to teach you some meditation and mindfulness, which John will talk about, kind of leveraging all like the environment to just kind of enhance our mindfulness experience. And Teresa will also be teaching some great movement too. So, anybody else before we go? We're good. We're good. Okay, guys. Well, it's I guess I'm going to sign off now, Marcy, but I'll say goodbye first, right? So it's been wonderful, and I really appreciate this opportunity to practice with all of you today. And hopefully you've learned a little bit more about your breath and your body, and maybe found some tools to open up your breath, to open up more of your body, which will open up more of your mind. I really suggest even just doing, like if you take a couple of those poses that we did today and they really resonated with you, just practicing them just a few minutes every day and really starting to open up your body, because, we're really getting into kind of a danger zone by so much of this, sitting and hunching and typing, right? We're closing the chest, we're closing our lungs, we're depressing the spine, so therefore we're depressing our energy and our spirit. So what does it mean to open up, right? And to be square, and to keep the lungs open and stay forward and out instead of down and out. So, beautiful, guys. I think that's all I have, unless there's any more questions out there before we close. Thanks, Livy. Okay, guys. Thanks, Mike. How you doing?
Doing well. Well, thank you very much. This is awesome. I know you came in the last minute, but it was good. I kind of loosened up a little bit, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure, Mike. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate jumping in. I love teaching a new group of people, and maybe we'll get a chance to do this again sometime. And again, if there's any questions that are kind of being filtered through you, Mike, or whatever, like let me know. We're here to serve and really make these practices as practical as possible for people, because they are really can be very transformative if you just do a little bit every day.
Hey, gets the ball rolling, right?
Yeah, it certainly does, right? I mean, it's going to change your energy. It's going to change your mindset. It's going to bring typically, it's a practice of joy, yoga. And what is it going to be like working with other people, right? That are more joyful, right? What's the possibility? What's the solutions, right? So,
only good things.
Exactly. Well, cool. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate your time, and everyone else out there. Shelly, thanks for setting this up. Marcy, thanks for working on the back end. Captain, I didn't talk to you yet today, but I just want to say peace. But yeah, check out the podcast, guys. Men Talking Mindfulness. We really appreciate a review or just some comments or something like that. So thank you very much for everyone's time today, and goodbye from New York City, from Brooklyn. Thanks, guys. Be well.